Welcome, everyone, to the Living Oneness Gathering. I am your host, Sue Dumais, and I sent an email out this morning for the reminder for this gathering and kind of shared a little bit about what was happening for me personally, but also just in the field in general for collective consciousness. There's some big shifts happening. And the energetic shifts are kind of calling for us to really do what I call a living life review. That term came in actually when I was supporting my mom in her transition when she was terminal. And in that time where I was caregiving for her, we kept really reflecting on life in general. And I was like, wow, people really need to do this, not just when they're facing that transition, but in general. So I did like a living life review, and I really felt that it was up in the air back then. That was 2023. Here we are now again. It's coming in a lot stronger and in a slightly different way, in the sense of it's not just like overall review of your life, see what's serving, see what's not serving, kind of on a level of like, it's a good idea to do. And before it was like, it was just there, it was just happening. Now I feel like everybody needs to do it intentionally, and it's kind of in our face. Like we have to look at everything that is serving and everything that is not serving. And even with that living life review, kind of reflecting on where we are, where we've come from, everything that's kind of brought us to this point of where we are right now, not only personally, but collectively as well. So there's a lot of stuff washing up in collective consciousness in the morphic field of the collective energy of all of creation, not just globally, but all of creation. And what we're feeling is everything that needs to be balanced and harmonized. So anything that's out of balance within you, anything that's out of balance within your community, within your culture, within your ethnicity, within your ancestral lineage, all of that is coming up now to be reviewed, to be honored, to be witnessed, to be healed, to be processed, to be reconciled, to be harmonized, to be balanced, whatever is needed. And in that process, there's a real letting go that's needed, a deep surrender and a real letting go. So that's one thing that's happening. And then on the other hand, we have this evolutionary shift that's in some ways energetically forcing us to reflect on the things we're doing, the way we're being in the world, how we're extending our services, how we are being of service in the world, how we are showing up in our lives, how we are in relationship to ourselves and to others and to creation, to humanity, to the earth and beyond. All of it is going to need to balance and harmonize. And that's a non-negotiable. You're either going to stay aligned with the old ways, the old template, the old earth, the old energies, and it's going to be really challenging. And in some ways, all of that is kind of being vision I keep getting is like it's being contracted and twisted, like contracted and twisted, and to a point where eventually it'll all kind of dissipate. Another way to say it is that we all need to evolve, or there's going to be aspects that will dissolve. And if we can intentionally bring forth what we know in our hearts we're meant to bring forth, and intentionally let go and surrender what no longer is purposeful, then you'll have an easier time in the transition. It's not necessarily easy, but it'll be easier than the alternative. And again, I'm not saying this to invoke fear. It's just, this is just what it is. This is just what's happening. And this is just where we're at in our evolution. And what it requires is not fear, because fear doesn't serve. Fear is an out of balanced energy. Fear is the old way. What it requires is discernment, willingness, openness, curiosity, wonderment. We need to be open to anything, attached to nothing. So practicing non-attachment, practicing no expectations, being willing to put something out there and then having a complete spiritual redirection and having to pivot, which is what I've been open to and experiencing. At this point, there's this reflective, contemplative energy inviting us to explore everything, to leave no stone unturned, to look at every aspect of our life and really honestly be radically honest with ourselves as far as what is guided to continue and what is guided to let go. And for me, what's come in really clearly is to let go of doing private sessions. And I've kind of felt that this was coming for a while now. And I hesitated because when I work with people one-on-one, we can really move someone in a very short period of time. The challenge with the one-on-ones has been it when I go into that state and that brain state and that energetic state to do readings, it requires a different connectivity in my body. So my brain is challenged differently. I have to go into a specific brain state. The physical body, I go into kind of a state where the body is a little bit suspended but held, but the currents are different. The energetic currents are different. Easiest way I can describe it. So what happens afterwards, after the sessions, or after I do a couple sessions in a row, whatever it is, there's a recovery time for me. My body needs to recover, my brain needs to recover. So in that recovery time, there's I don't have the capacity to keep running the marathons that I'm running cosmically in the background. So I kept getting the message like something's got to go, something's got to drop in order for me to step into what I'm being called to do at the scale that I'm now being called to do it and where the collective consciousness needs me. I need to let go of some things. So the advanced mentoring, I'm letting go of that, even though it just came in that I was going to do it for a while. It's like, nope, that has to go. So as of the end of September, I won't be doing the advanced mentoring anymore. Middle of August, I won't be doing private sessions anymore. I do have two retreats coming up. So I do see doing in-person. There is a purpose to doing in-person stuff right now. I see that people need to gather and join in different areas of the planet. And what I'm getting is to gather groups and start those kinds of in-person stuff. I will keep doing the Living Oneness Gathering unless I get guided to do otherwise. I can't make any promises, but right now this is not changing. Although the next couple weeks, next week I'm away, and then there is a week in August that I'm away as well. But as far as I know, this will continue. But this is where it comes down to we have to really trust our guidance and that inner knowing, and we need to be willing to turn in a moment, pivot, because everything that we are being guided to do right now is in service to the whole, in service to what all of collective consciousness needs. And that's hard sometimes for our human brains to understand the expanded nature of that calling. So some of you it'll be too much, and that's okay, but I want all of you to understand that this is so much bigger than you and me and us in on this planet. It's so much bigger than humanity. It's bigger than Mother Earth. It's beyond what your minds can comprehend. Having shared that on some deeper level, you will either resist what I hear because there's part of you that doesn't want to hear it, or you will really resonate with what I'm saying, even though you don't fully understand it. And in some ways, when I speak, the words are coming through. I'm translating energy. So the words are coming through in a way that in the human language, it can land just enough to bring the mind along. But sometimes it actually it's like throwing a little dart at things because there's aspects of us that don't want to lean into that change or don't want to, or we resist it in some way. So I've resisted this a little bit for a while, not doing the one-on-ones because I really have enjoyed doing the one-on-ones and I feel like they're really beneficial and powerful. But at the same time, I see that by me continuing to focus on an individual and another individual and another individual, yes, there's a ripple effect. Yes, there's that out, like it does expand beyond, but there's something different that I'm being called to do. And I can't fully share what that is because one, I'm not completely, I don't have a complete vision of it. I'm just getting glimpses until I let go of stuff. The rest will come in. I know that the rest will come in. But also, the work I do is really beyond comprehension for most people. I know many of you can connect to what I say and connect to what I do and understand that I have a bigger mission than this planet. But it's important right now for each of us to feel that within ourselves. Like, what is it within your heart right now? And I feel emotional because I'm tapping into some of your hearts and I can feel like you're on the verge of this like deeper emotional call. And that deeper emotional call for some of you terrifies you. For some of you, confuses you. For some of you, excites you, but you don't know what that means, and you don't. So then we chase things on the level of form. We chase the old ways, and I catch myself wanting to chase the old ways, and then I stop and align with the new way. And even a lot of us don't even understand what the new way is. It's just a feeling, because the new way is not logical. It's not mental, and it's not based on material and mental. It's actually based on frequency and feeling. And the brain doesn't quite understand that. It wants some logic and reason to go along with the feeling, the frequency, and the energy. But that's not where we're heading. So, my invitation today is to be open to getting clarity around one or two things maybe that you're meant to let go of. Maybe it's something simple like cleaning out a closet. Maybe it's letting go of a relationship. Maybe it's stopping doing certain things or starting something different. I don't know what it is for you, and you may not fully know what it is, but there's a feeling in your heart and a knowing in your heart that you can tap into that will nudge you in the direction you need to go, even if you don't even know where you're going. You might feel like I just need to put one foot in front of the other and follow the step that's in front of me. Well, this is the next step, and this is the step, and this is the step, and you just stay so focused on the step that's in front of you. That's really the best way to navigate it. Because if you're trying to figure out what the steps ahead are, you'll feel the contraction and you'll actually end up kind of going on pathways that you're not meant to. So let's take a little journey and see where we go to help you identify, integrate, and feel this. But I want you to recognize right now that there is this metamorphosis that's happening, and it's been happening for me in the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's like so much has changed within me that I can't even find words for it. It's like it would take me days to explain it all. It's not purposeful for me to explain it all, but just know that a lot is happening right now. A lot is happening right now in your bodies, in your minds, in your hearts, in your souls, in your energy field, in the field of resonance within you and around you, in the collective consciousness and beyond that. There's some big shifts happening. And as much as we can feel resistance or fear toward it, there under that fear, there's actually excitement and anticipation because I can promise you, if you are on this call, if you're listening to the replay or connected to anything that I teach and say, if you resonate with a little bit of or all of it, you are here for a reason right now, and your life is serving a purpose. Your existence is purposeful, and your impact is immeasurable. Even if you think you're doing nothing, who you are being is having a really profound impact on ways that you can't even begin to imagine. You can't even begin to measure. But on a soul level, on an energetic level, I can measure it. I can feel it. I can sense it. And I appreciate you being here because it's having an impact. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Not just for being here, but for being on this earth at this time, in your shoes, in your earth suit, and being here and present is such a gift for all of us. So thank you all for being here. Oh, okay. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. I have a lot to say today. So let's sink in. And I want you to tune into a feeling of who you are being in this moment, the essence of who you are being right here, right now. And you might feel like, oh, I'm just being a student sitting on this call, present, hanging out, open to some healing or open to some insight. Or you might feel something completely different, or you might feel neutral. You might feel like right now, part of you is being resistance or afraid, and that's okay too. What is the energy and essence behind who you are being right now? Without judgment, just notice. You might feel like you're being tired or overwhelmed. What is your state of being? And you might even get a word or a sense of it and it not make sense. That's okay too. It doesn't need to make sense. It's more of a feeling, an essence, an energy, a frequency that doesn't always come or translate into words. Who are you being? So accepting who you are being in this moment, accepting what you're feeling at this time, without judgment, without changing it. Full acceptance, full surrender to what is. And as you take some more deep breaths, make sure you're not in the head. You might have to go to the right side of the brain and then down into the heart space. Imagine that spotlight of awareness is down in the heart space. Activating your heart center a little bit more. Softening it, expanding it a little bit more. Opening up some space to just be. And a connection to who you are currently being. And opening up to the guidance, the knowing in your heart of who you are meant to be now. There's a part of you deep within your heart and soul that knows exactly why you're here at this time, in this way, on this earth. There's a part of you deep within you that not only knows, but is knocking on the heart, knocking on the door, in some ways trying to get your attention encouraging you, inviting you to say yes to being who you came here to be, to embodying the essence of who you are meant to be now. And if you open up that door, say yes to it for a moment. Yes, even though I don't know what it is. Yes, even though I don't know how that feels. Yes, even though I might be resistant or afraid, I say yes. Yes, thank you. I'm willing to feel the essence of who and what I am meant to be right here, right now. And you may or may not get a sense of a word, a feeling or emotion. Just be. Be even with the silence, be with the emptiness if that's all there is. Be with the space, or be with the fullness. Be with whatever is. Just be. Now I'm inviting some energy to come direct from source to you. It's not coming from me. I'm directing it from source to you, the energy that you need right here, right now to support you in remembering, to support you in the embodiment of who you're meant to be, what you're meant to feel in this moment, what state of being is meant to fill your body and your energy field. It may come down through your crown, it may come into the heart space, it might come from within the heart space, from within your source point. Let it arrive. And I've created a filter so only pure, clear, clean source can come to you at this time. Yes, thank you. Who or what are you meant to be? What energy are you meant to embody? What frequency are you meant to hold? And as you let that light expand from within you, move through the body, into the cells and around the cells, in through the spaces within the body and around you. In whatever way it's capable of, whatever pathways are open right now, let them be filled with this energy, with this essence that is you, the embodiment of your being. I feel some of you trying to ground. Don't worry about grounding right now. And see yourself as a kite or a balloon floating on a string. If you're meant to be grounded more deeply, then it'll happen. But just trust there's this levitated grounding. It's like grounding levitation. So there's this floaty feeling, yet there's a connection. but it's a connection to a new earth energy. So it doesn't feel so heavy like gravity can feel. It doesn't feel like you have moon boots on. It'll feel more like you can kind of float and touch the ground and then float and touch the ground. So it's a bit like you're flying or light on your feet. Yeah, let it. There we go. So maybe let go there. We're not meant to be weighed down by this body. And any unbalanced energy, any leftover discordant energy or density that's in and around our body needs to be transmuted. It needs to be harmonized and balanced. Some of it will need to be released and processed by Mother Earth. Some of it will be folded into our heart center and folded into our central channel, so you could even stir it in if you need to, if you feel guided to. And then sometimes we just bring our attention to an area of tension and it just dissolves on its own. It just transmutes on its own. It just moves. It shifts just with your awareness, just with your intention, just with the being in your essence. You become more powerful, more empowered, more enlightened, more enlivened. Your body knows how. Don't be afraid of anything contracting. Meet the contraction, meet the density with love, with compassion, with patience. Meet it with that energy of being, where we are animated by our source, animated by divinity, our divine embodiment. An expression of love, an expression of source. And we become that for others, but first and foremost, we need to become that for all aspects of ourself. Our cells, the microbiome and community within us and around us. The layers of our energy field. Our minds, our bodies, our hearts. All of you have been in some way training your whole life to come to this moment of embodiment, this moment of truth, where truth flows through all aspects of your beingness. And truth not at the level of mind, but truth that is felt, known deep in the heart, deep in your soul. A feeling of clarity, certainty, confidence, familiar comfort, because in some ways it feels like home. And all of it is deep within you. And all of it can be expanded within you and beyond you. Our bodies are changing. Our physical bodies are being transmuted, and there's a transfiguration happening, a metamorphosis. Same way the caterpillar goes into the cocoon and changes into a butterfly. Caterpillar doesn't resist that process, it surrenders to it. On some level, it trusts it, even though it's never done it before. It surrenders to the metamorphosis. It surrenders to the transformation, the transmutation, and the transfiguration. That is the invitation. Lean into it. Trust the knowing that goes beyond your mind, beyond mental understanding, even beyond knowledge. It's a knowing that has no boundaries, no limits. I'm willing to experience the essence of my being more than ever before in this moment, no matter how beautiful and overwhelming it may be. I'm willing right here, right now, to experience it on the deepest possible level, in the most profound ways. There's nothing you need to do in this moment. Just be. Let your beingness expand. Let your beingness grow. Let it evolve. Let it reveal the essence of who you are, who you're meant to be, what you're meant to embody now. Invite it to change your mind. Invite it to change your programming. Invite it to purify your energy field. Invite it to transmute unbalanced energy into balance, to bring chaos into coherence, to bring confusion into clarity, clarity of heart. To expand your heart consciousness, awakening the capacity of your heart to guide you and lead you in every single moment with every single detail. In my humanness, I have no idea where I'm going. I think I know. I have glimpses. I have a sense or an idea of maybe why, or where, or what for. But in my divinity, as the divine human, I know exactly where I need to be, what I'm meant to be doing, precisely when I'm meant to do it. And I walk with deep trust. And we may call it blind faith, but it's a deep knowing. It's a heart knowing. And I know with every step I take, with every moment I'm guided, that there are forces working with me, for me, within me, and around me. And the same will happen to you. The same is happening for you, whether you realize it or not. Your divine essence is always within you and meeting you within and around, meeting you in life, meeting you in every moment. And who you are being and how connected you are to your beingness. Whether your beingness is beaming peace, love, compassion, empathy, whether you stand and embody unity, peace, groundedness, or whether you're in silence or you're screaming from the top of the mountains, being a voice for those who have no voice, whatever it is that you are guided to do, in the moment that you are guided to do it, there is a force, a divine force of energy orchestrating everything on your behalf. And when you align with that, when you can hold that state of being, miracles unfold right before your eyes. Synchronicity, a divine orchestration occurs within and around you. And the boundaries and the limits within the mind all fall away. They dissolve in that moment. And the more pure you are with your intentions, the more harmonized and balanced you are with your energies, the greater the impact you will experience on your own life as well as the lives of everyone around you and beyond. And yes, it is so much bigger than you can imagine. And yet, many of you will be focused on what you're meant to do on that micro level. That's important. That's necessary. Don't devalue it. Don't minimize it. Don't brush it aside and dismiss it as insignificant. Every breath you breathe is significant. Every tear you shed is significant. Every smile you feel, all the love you extend, all of it is significant. You have trained your whole life and many, many, many lifetimes for many of you for this moment, for this time, this experience of time, in this linear experience of Earth. You're exactly where you need to be. You're exactly who you're meant to be. When we can accept that, when we can embrace that, when we can honor that and celebrate ourselves, our individual expression of divinity, that's who you are. I celebrate you. I celebrate each and every one of you. And I celebrate myself. That's not arrogance. That's love. All around, within and all around. Self-love is not selfish. It's an act of love extended inward and outward. So who are you being now compared to the beginning? Who are you now? What do you wish to embody? What do you feel guided? What frequency do you feel to hold? What new set point are you open to embody and then still open to expand upon? And you may even feel a little different each day. You may feel, today I choose to embody and be the energy of peace. And later in the day, you might feel another energy coming in, that you're to embody the energy of love or compassion. The following day, you might be the energy of joy, playfulness. What if you could be that without guilt? What if you could be that without apology? What if you could be that with a level of divine confidence, courage, bold bravery, unwavering, unshakable, profound knowing? In any aspects of yourself that are not in alignment with that state of being, let them be revealed. Let the love within you meet the fear within you, and let love expand. Let the essence of you meet the unbalance and let it balance. Let your awareness land on the discordant energy and harmonize it. Invite all of you, all aspects of you, and all aspects of your life to come into alignment with this new way of being. And if you can't change your circumstances and you are embodying peace, and you can't make peace with something, or feel like you need to let it go in order to be peace, if it's not guided to let it go, there's a lesson there still. So we hold steady And the prayer is, I am open and willing to see this through the lens of peace. I am open and willing to experience my life through the lens of peace, or through the lens of whatever state you are being, through compassion, through love, unity, harmony, whatever your word is. I choose to change my mind, and I open myself up to experience life through this filter, through this lens, through the essence of my divinity, of my beingness. Call on that divine courage. Feel that beautiful, bold bravery rising up within you. Meet the fear with love, if it's present at all. Feel the strength. Invite the certainty and clarity of heart to expand, to bring forth whatever your mind needs as a form of understanding, to come along for the ride, to stop the resistance, to pause the resistance or dissolve it, to meet it with love, patience, and compassion, to process it and heal it in whatever way it needs. But just know that we are in a very accelerated timeline. And that what used to take maybe 5 or 10 years to heal, we can heal in a holy instant. So don't do the old pattern. Don't get caught up in the old way. Be open to the new way. And again, some of those wounds, some of those unbalanced energies need a little bit of what we perceive as time, but nowhere near what it used to. Lean into the efficiency, lean into the acceleration of your healing potential. And really feel the energy of the words, I got this. It's already happening. It's already in motion. And the more you can embody it, the more you can focus on your being, whatever it is, whatever energy and essence that you are meant to be, you are meant to emit within and around you. The more you focus on that, the more you expand, the more you evolve, the more you change. You go from caterpillar to mush to butterfly. And sometimes we need to go through the muck to get to the other side. Sometimes we need to go through the density to feel the expansion. Sometimes we need to move through the chaos to arrive at the coherence. Take some more deep breaths. See if you can invite the essence of who you are to remain present with you as you bring your awareness to the room around you, the space you're in, this beautiful body that you're inhabiting. Your beingness is infused all the way through it and beyond it. And following what feels aligned for you. Some of you may feel ready to open your eyes. Some of you may still feel to stay inward. And as you transition from that inward experience to the outward expression and awareness of your surroundings, just notice how you feel. What feels different? What looks different? Don't look for what is left over. Just look for what feels better, different, what's shifted. And for some of you, you might find the transition a little challenging, and others you might find that you just smoothly landed where you are. Again, no judgment. This may be a practice for some of you. Many of you will need to practice this. You can come back to the replay, listen to it again, have a different experience each time, go deeper. Sometimes it'll be easy to go into, sometimes it'll be more challenging. But your day-to-day moments are, who am I being? In this moment, who am I being? So if you get frustrated with something, or if you're waiting in line and you're feeling all agitated and restless, who am I being? And who do I choose to be? Is that aligned in that moment? Then choose to hold steady in that or expand it. If it's not in alignment, then who can you be? What energy can you shift to align? Use your life as your classroom. Use every moment. I don't care if you're sitting picking toilet paper off the shelf, deciding which one you want to buy, or if you're at the bank waiting in line, or if you're driving your car, or if you're sitting in meditation at your altar. Doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing. The impact happens all the time, in every single moment, with every single breath. Who you are being affects you inside and around you. So asking yourself that question throughout the day, who am I being in this moment? I'm being peace. And you can align with that. Who am I being in this moment? I'm being frustration, irritation. What part of me is irritated? What part of me is resisting? You could go into that and use it as a finger to point you inward. You don't have to bypass it and ignore it. Use it as a finger pointing you to some imbalance that's there, some leftovers. Life is bumping up against your leftovers. Let it, meet it, process it, honor it. This is the work. No out of balance energy can remain. And remembering that there's balanced light and balanced dark energy. Both are needed and both are welcome. There's also unbalanced light and unbalanced dark. The challenge with the unbalanced light is we blindly have trusted it. We've been taught to blindly trust it when it's not trustable, because it's disguising itself as balance and it's not. And then the problem with balanced dark is that we judge it all. We judge all dark energy. We've been taught to judge all dark energy as bad and harmful or evil or whatever it is. But balanced dark is part of us. Balanced dark energy and balanced light energy are how we physically see creation. Without both of those energies, there would be no expression of creation in front of you. So embracing all aspects of you is important. And balancing the light energy and the dark energy is just as important. And for those of you that maybe haven't heard me talk about that in the context, there is a free course on my website with the prey predator syndrome, where I go into details around helping people understand duality, polarity, and dark energy and light energy, balanced and unbalanced. So I would encourage you to go back. They're just resources. It's free. It's in one place where you can explore that for yourself. So moving forward, next week there will be no gathering, but at the beginning of August there will be another one. I won't be doing readings on the gatherings in the first month, the first week either. I'm just guided to take a break from those types of things. Obviously, in the retreats, if you're guided to come to see me in one of the retreats, it's all about intuitive readings and healings and all that kind of stuff. It's a deep immersion. It's like everything I have, it's right there in the experience. So if you're guided to come to Canada in September or February, I've confirmed the location in Costa Rica. It's a magical space up in the mountains, 15 minutes from the beach, but it is incredibly sacred land, and it's got this powerful energy vortex. And the owners of the land and the keepers of the land are beautiful people, and I feel really aligned with them. So I had looked at another location, I was booking it, and then I did a whole pivot yesterday. It just all happened. And next thing you know, I was at a different location, a different date. So end of February is the location or the timing for the Costa Rica retreat if you feel inspired. In this next year, I am being guided and shown that I will be traveling to different power spots around the globe to support the power spots, to activate some of them, to fix some of them, because some of them are actually being manipulated or have been kind of broken for a while. So I'll be working on that level of working with the grid, but also working with the power spots to support them to be able to help our evolution. So I will be doing that kind of work. And if there is opportunity, there may be times where I will open up space to do a retreat when I travel like that, or have a one-day thing. I don't know, but I'll keep you guys posted as things come in. But I do see that my work is my need to move around the globe and support the earth is really strong this next year. So that's a part of what I'm doing, and probably a lot of why the withdrawal of doing the one-on-one work and that sort of thing is essential right now, because doing that kind of work is a whole other level of a marathon, triathlon kind of work. So that's where we're heading. So for some of you, you might feel like there's a real call to get out there and do something. And then for others, you might feel there's a real call to go inward, and that's just as powerful. So don't gauge or compare what I'm doing or what others are doing compared to what you're doing or being called to do. Just trust and know that whatever it is that you're being called to do is exactly what the collective needs, collective consciousness, creation needs, and it's exactly what you need as well. So your needs are in that equation. Your needs have to be in that equation. It must be, otherwise it's not sustainable. All right. I thank you all for being here. I appreciate you more than I can express. If you feel like you want to share how this gathering impacted you, you can respond to the replay email or any of the emails I have, or come into the community. There is a big shift and change coming for the website as well. moving forward. I might even have I feel like I'm gonna have a different website. I said to my husband last night, I'm like, I think I might change my name. He's like, what? What do you mean? I'm like, I have a feeling I'm going to have a different name moving forward. I'll still answer to Sue Dumais, but um, there's another fun name coming in that I won't share right now. When I'm ready, I'll share it. But I have a feeling have a website under that name and see what happens. It'll be a whole different energy on that website. It'll be kind of fun. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. I honor you. I see you. And I'm so grateful for the space and for your presence and for who you are in this world. So thank you for being you. Until next time, love and blessings.